Welcome to Stories from the River, our last episode on our Retail Ops series. We are diving back in today and focusing on some collaborations with our retail inventory and sales audit teams. We also have a general manager and a retail experience manager with us. We're picking back up where we left off on the last episode because we were having so much fun, and hopefully you get to enjoy some of that fun with us again today. So let's dig in.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
Okay, Jessica, so when you have your calls, I'm assuming you have calls with retail ops people, how do you make sure that you get that information or anything new or upcoming or things that you think the store needs to know? How do you relay that back to your team?
So when a retail ops call tends to happen, I've actually volunteered to take agenda notes like we were in a school club, because sometimes the presentation decking was a little light on details. And I said, this has got to change, because sometimes there'll be announcements and they won't be in the deck. And I'll be like, did I imagine that? So I started taking agenda notes, and I'm going to keep taking agenda notes. And from those, I can pass those down to my team. Or if an REM has a question like, wait a minute, wasn't this changed a while back? I can always go back and look at emails or agenda notes and be like, yep, back in 2022, this was a thing. Or, on the agenda notes, whatever it is. As long as it's written down, I can refer back to it.
Awesome. I love that. Have you used any of the AI note taker things?
I know that one of them we were told not to use because it was outside, but I'm not sure about the rest. I'd have to talk to IT to get permission, because
I understand.
You have to consider
IT.
Network security.
Yes, I don't mean to infringe upon IT and security. My apologies.
Speaking of difficult jobs.
Right?
Yeah. But once I get updates like that from the REN team, I tell Nathan, and Nathan carves out like a section of the Saturday meeting that I can go over whatever's really important to update. When we did the finance pickups, I went over that probably, I think one or two Saturdays, Nathan? I can't remember. I think it was one or two, because we had to get more clarity the second time, because we weren't sure if it was pickups on the same day the order was made or pickups anytime later. We found out it was pickups at any time. Doesn't matter when they pick it up. If they open the order the same day as the finance account, it's got to be done.
9 to 10 HFCs, we always have to roll out policies in multiple week segments. Like roll out draft 1, and then we learn something, and then draft 2 comes week 2, and then draft 3. So, and they're always refreshing. She's always recovering stuff that we've brought in 2 new hires in the last 2 months or so, and we've covered new stuff with them in the morning meeting. So, yeah.
I love it. You got to talk about it until they're sick of talking about it, because that's when they know it.
And also, we want to make sure everyone sees the same dog. Quoting Stacey McCormick there.
Oh, I love it. So many quotes going on. I love it. Okay. What is something that you've learned from the retail ops team that has helped you become better in your role? Nathan?
In my history in retail, I never had someone like a REM to be in that position, to where I could lean on someone to help with certain things, inventory, making sure orders are correct, dealing with customer issues. So I think for me, I've just learned the value of that position. Having someone in the store, I don't know, looking back, how you could run a profitable, functional location without someone in that position looking at those things. And that even goes outside of the store. I mean, that goes all the way up on that retail operation side. So for me, I think I've valued that position and that mindset more than anything.
Awesome. You're so positive. We should put you in other stores to speak, because you're so positive. I love it. You have a great relationship with people, and that's commendable. So
it helps to have a good, it helps to have a good team around you. We've done a good job hiring at the store and bringing Jessica in and keeping Jessica at Mooresville.
We'll see. I make
no promises. She's got a long runway, right? As they say,
I'm first pick on the draft.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so Cindy, Karrin, and Jessica, you're all unique because Jessica, you're a current REM, and Cindy and Karrin, you've been REMs. So is there anything that you've kind of brought to your role or still have in your current role as REM that you've learned from the retail operations side that you think about or use in your everyday life now?
I'll say that we have had some REMs reach out to us with ideas of what they would like to see, and I can encourage that more. Like when someone says, I wish we can have this, I'm like, oh, like bring it on. What do you want? I want to make that happen for them. And if I can, I'm going to work on it. You know what I mean? So I've been seeing that a little bit more from REM saying, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about that? And I'm like, feed it to me, please. I want it all.
I love that. Using your resources. Smart.
That's a really good point because I get that too. So like, we have this new third party, like comforters that we get now, and they're a nightmare because they don't have manufacturer SKUs on them because it's like one brand or like one company that uses a bunch of different brands. So the SKUs are really weird. And I had an REM reach out to me that was like, it's so hard to find pictures. It's so hard to count this. Like, what can we do to make this easier? And I was like, I'll take care of it. And I made this huge Excel spreadsheet with like pictures in every different way you could do for every single SKU. And I was like, here you go retag all your stuff. Like, thank you for bringing this up because it wasn't something that I was thinking about. So it's exactly what Cindy said. It's taking what do you need? Because I don't see that. I don't see that from where I am. So unless you tell me, let me help you.
Okay, REMs listening and GMs, tell
Please.
them what
us,
you
and
need.
we'll do whatever we can to make it easier for you. We don't want things to be hard. We want it to be easier. So what can we do to make it easier for you?
Cool.
And I love reports. So if you want to report to something, let me know and I will try to make it for you.
I know you're like the Lee whisperer. It's amazing. Okay, Jessica, what about you?
I guess for me, a lot of it is learning out how to find the answers because having been an REM for a long time and all of you have been former REMs, you all know that you're basically the human equivalent of Google for the store. So even if it's a weird question, like, you know, where's the qualified corporate office or something, like, okay, I'll look it up, you know, like, so like knowing how to find the answers you need. And as a brick that adds on to that, also knowing where to go to get the answer you need. Because if there's a question that's like, if we want to order more of those third-party comforters, who do we go to? And now I have to, let me talk to Cassie, then talk to Shelby, then like see which, you know, if that's even possible.
That's exactly it.
I think Jessica's the one who taught me about Google Lens.
Yes, I have the guide.
Oh.
Google Lens is so handy. Like when you're counting wall art and you don't want to climb on stuff, you can use Google Lens and get your SKU. It's so handy. But I'm pretty sure Jessica taught me this.
Yep.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really handy.
I haven't used that. I'll have to look into it. That's
Ooh,
super
yes.
cool.
You can search by photo. Like you just take the picture and it'll like image search for you.
Nice.
It'll just take you to whatever website, Ashley website or whatever, and it'll give you the SKU. It's so handy.
Very cool. Where was all of this back then?
I'm telling you.
Our lives were difficult back then, man.
They have it so easy now.
I don't
Back
think
in
it's
my
easy
day.
now. It's just different. It's hard but different.
Just kidding.
Okay, so as we continue to grow and evolve, how do you see your continued collaboration with retail ops becoming even more important than it is today?
So hearing that Cindy talking about some of those reports and BI getting more advanced, it's interesting to find out that some of these things that we're doing in the store right now may be going away in the future. So for me, having someone with the mindset of our REMs in the store that are more accessible and more available to do more things retail related and to support us in other ways, I mean, it's just as we continue to grow, it's just going to it's vitally important that we keep those members in our store and we don't go away from that, because as we grow, we're going to there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be more, what you don't know what you don't know, right? We're a store of 33 stores in the next 5 years, a $500 million company to be. So I just think it's just going to continue to foster a closer bond with these parts of the business.
Absolutely. In the last episode, Trina mentioned having a formalized like training program for REMs is her dream, like her magic wand moment. And I think you're kind of hitting the nail on the head. Like we need these people who have a wealth of knowledge to be able to help create what that training program looks like to make sure there's consistency. Because we have 33 stores, there's 33 different versions of reviewing an OOA, an open order audit, analysis audit. I can't think today. They're all doing it different. They're unique individuals and they're taking a different approach to how they do their work every day. But having a training program and being able to use the resources that we have already to develop that is going to be a huge, huge win for y'all. Because I remember back in the day when we scrambled to train people, it would be like me and Cindy going on a road trip to Raleigh to train the new REM on OOA, or, what our expectations were for reviewing orders and auditing. It was just kind of like a put out this fire, put out that fire, and getting ahead of the game is going to be huge. So anybody else want to share anything for the future?
I mean, I think for sales audit, our main focus right now is getting the preventing sales errors to be 100%. We're actually so we're working on a test with Augusta right now where we don't want them to review their sales receipts until after we have, so that if they catch any obvious written wrongs that we didn't catch, and when I say we, I mean the report, we want to use that information to fix the report, to update it, to make sure that it is catching everything. So we are now going to invite 5 more stores to that project to help us find whatever we're not seeing. So, because like I mentioned earlier, we really want to take this off of their plate so that they have one less thing to do and can focus on something else.
Love that.
Yeah, that's really our main project right now. I'm not sure how much I'm at liberty to say about order accuracy, but we do have some exciting changes possibly coming. So I won't say more than that, but if they all come true, then it's going to be great. And I think the GMs are going to be really excited.
Oh, we're having like a carrot dangle moment. Like you're dangling the carrot for us. Like we want to know now, but we won't force you to share. We don't want you to be in any trouble. So
I'll say one more thing.
Okay.
It's really just to help the GMs with less work.
I love it. Okay. Is Mooresville one of your 5 stores that you're adding?
Jessica, did I send you an email?
No, I haven't gotten an email from you.
Sad.
No.
Sorry, Nathan and Jessica.
Can we lobby to be part of one of them?
Can you make it 6 stores?
Yeah, why not?
I love it. Okay. Karrin or Jessica, anything for the future you want to share?
I was just going to say about collaboration. Since Wes has taken over our team this year, he's added us to all these different calls with leadership from every different department. And my biggest thing is cross-departmental training. Like, I think it's so important because people don't know what other options there are for them until they know what other departments do. And I think it's really cool because now we have calls with every department. We know what they're up to and we're able to communicate better. And I just think it's a really great opportunity.
Cool. Wes is the king of connections.
It's great. And then we've got a meeting, like an in-person thing later this month to chat. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be great.
I love that. Cool. I used to be so annoyed. I'd be like, Wes, why do you want me to meet with these people? Can we not? I'm busy. I got this to do. And now I'm like, when are we meeting with them? Because I have things that I need to talk about.
So true. It's so true.
Wes is great, though.
I'm going to third that because I think a huge area of opportunity for us is what Wes is doing, that interdepartmental communication. Because there's certain things other departments know that we don't know, things that we know that the other departments don't know. Like recently I called Sherry Eddington because we had a cancel on manifest, and the OM just put, oh, it's been delivered, it's fine. But in our view of package AI, it was still out for delivery. And I had to call Sherry, and she was like, I'm not sure why you guys, like, we have the truck routes and all of this. Apparently their version of package AI has like the maps and everything and all of this. And on their side, it's already complete. They know where the truck is. They've got the photos. But from my view, it wasn't. So interdepartmental communication just helps when you have those little hitches. There's always going to be something that one side doesn't know. And if you both come together and you both talk about it, like, I'm sure on these big leadership calls that Cindy, you and Karrin have, like, I'm sure there's like this has been coming up as an issue. And then the other side's like, that's an issue. I'm sure it's come up.
It's true.
You've been there apparently, because that's exactly
all interjets.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys know that this was happening?
Breaking down the silos.
We don't do it that way. Like,
this is how it starts. You guys are building the foundation of it right here. Like, everybody just kind of operates in their own world, doing their own work. And we don't know what others' pain points are or what they're going through or what they're working towards. How can we get better? How can we share? So that's a great call out. I love that. Okay. This has been super fun. I love connecting with y'all. This is great. But I like to end with a fun question. So we've talked about, the first episode was a theme song for retail operations, which was super cool. The last episode was a fictional character, which was another super cool question. But this one is different because I thought it would be fitting, especially for Cindy and Karrin. I'm not sure why, but I did. So if you could start a rumor about yourselves, what would they be? What would the rumor be?
So my first thought was, I don't want any rumors spread about me.
She literally said those words to me.
It's so funny that you said for me and Cindy, because I was like, I don't want any rumors spread about me. What is she talking about?
I was thinking like, I'm a go-to person. Come to me, bring suggestions, talk to me, let me help you, let me be your support. Like,
that's not a rumor. That's just a statement. Okay, so, but I did come up with something, and it's silly. So I hope everyone else is silly, because otherwise I'm going to sound crazy. But my silly rumor was that I make all my own clothes, because I actually really want to start, because this is so funny that we were talking about this right before our call started. But I got a sewing machine right at the beginning of COVID, and I'm trying to learn. I'm literally teaching myself just from like YouTube videos and stuff. But I thought that would be a funny, silly rumor. Because if I wear nice things, then they think that I made them. Then win-win.
Made by Karrin Reed.
Yeah, I didn't make this one.
Let me know.
My project premiere. I didn't make this one.
Let us know so we can come shopping when you're.
Thank you.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I don't have a cool one. I don't have anything that's good. That would be. I was trying to like think about this for me, I grew up in a household where you watch the Olympics, you watch sports growing up. We did all these things, and my brain goes like, oh, maybe I was a previous like X Games winner or something before I started in furniture. And then that's like the only thing I can muster.
Okay, we'll call you an X Games winner. You're a gold medalist, as far as we know.
I'll tell you a funny story. When I started with Broad River, we did 2 truths and a lie in one of the RXs. And one of my lies was I was a previous pilot, because they put me on the spot, the same thing. I was like, my name's Nathan. I've moved down from Cincinnati. And before I got here, I was a pilot. And everyone thought I didn't live in Cincinnati. And I was like, oh, okay, well. Okay,
so you're a pilot, gold medalist, X Games winner, as far as we know it. Yeah.
Listen, happy to serve you.
Thank you. Okay, Karrin, he was just as silly as you, so.
Yeah, the rumors can be which sport did you do, so.
Okay, Cindy or Jessica?
So I've always been told that there have been multiple people who have said this to me, that there are different parts of my life that says, do you work for the CIA? So I feel like that should be my rumor, that I do or have worked for the CIA.
Be careful.
You're on the wrong team. Inventory is the CIA. You're on the
going to report it back to Central Intelligence is what she's going to do. So,
Oh my gosh.
kidding. I want to work with you if you work for the CIA. Put in a good word for me.
All right, I'll give him a call after this.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay, Jessica.
The only one I could think of, because all the good answers, I couldn't think of them. So the only thing I could think of is I am the originator for General Chow's chicken. I made the recipe.
You made up the chicken recipe. Okay. We have some interesting rumors. CIA, sewing, making own clothes, pilot, and an X Games winner. And now, you just said it and it left my head.
General So's.
Thank you. The chicken
So or
recipe.
Chow
General
chicken.
So's. That's so funny. I'm so glad I asked this question. And I'm
Wait,
so glad
what's
you hated
yours?
it. Oh,
You
no,
have
see,
to
I
have
didn't
one.
come prepared.
Oh,
with an
come
answer.
on.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
My rumor would be that I'm a singer.
Mm.
Yep, I know a lot of words to a lot of songs, and I can sing anything for you. It might not be pretty.
I've witnessed that actually, so I can.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I know it's a fact, not a rumor.
Well, I would like to spread that around so everyone knows it. But yeah, that's mine. Thanks for asking. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me on the pod. This has been super fun. Listeners, if you are ready to go tackle your retail ops dreams, do it. Let this be the nudge that you need to go tackle your guest services initiative and introduce a retail ops team. If we can do it, you can do it. This has been amazing. I have so much fun every time I'm a host on this podcast. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe. Stories from the River.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. To watch this episode, go to youtube.com/@storiesfromtheriver. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.